Mean Girls. How do you create new twists and turns with something that was so iconic? We get to create our own rules in this world, and it's its own tone. This movie speaks to a whole new generation.
You can't sit with us!
Let's talk about this new Mean Girls. I would love to hear all your opinions, but allow me to go first. Let's start from the beginning. The original is a classic to me in my childhood. I had seen it growing up almost every Saturday on repeat for 6 months when I used to babysit my sister, who was 6 at the time. Is it appropriate for children? I don't know. My mom let her watch it. We'll talk about that another day. I hadn't seen it in a few years, so when I rewatched it earlier this week, I was pleasantly surprised at how much I laughed. Of course, I laughed at all the classic lines you send memes and GIFs about, but I also found myself laughing at the lines that went under the radar that I had totally forgotten about.
Well, I just wanted to let everyone know that we have a new student joining us. She just moved here all the way from Africa.
Welcome.
I'm from Michigan.
Great.
Nice wig, Janice. What's it made of?
Your mom's chest hair.
Did your teacher ever try to sell you marijuana or ecstasy tablets?
No. What are marijuana tablets?
My Nana takes her wig off when she's drunk.
Your Nana and I have that in common.
My tribal vases? Why were they under the sink? I don't know. This is the fertility vase of the Ndebele tribe. Does that mean anything to you? No.
I saw a review recently that said the new Mean Girls was like a cross between Grease and Mean Girls. And like my friend Alex says,
get all the way the fuck up out of here with that.
I'm gonna be honest, any one scene from the original is funnier than all the jokes combined in this movie.
Joking. Sometimes older people make jokes.
The ad said, it's not your mom's Mean Girls. Well, that's because your mom's Mean Girls was a good movie, and this one's a fugly skank. I don't really know where to begin about this movie because I seriously wanted to find something to love about it, and I couldn't. I liked bits here and there, but didn't love anything about it like I did with the original. The original had plenty of highs, from the quotable jokes and the funny heart-filled scenes. This one, well...
You blew it!
Each character's plot and dialogue felt condensed and compressed and sort of Frankenstein together. I think the actors in their own right are good in a sense that they acted as they were directed to, but so much of the acting and the jokes are over the top and not good in any way. In the original one, there were so many jokes that were subtle, but not in this one. Every joke is either hyper-exaggerated or is delivered in a way that you feel like the actor was sick of doing takes and just wanted to go home.
You let it out, honey. Put it in the book.
Here's a few of my thoughts on this movie. A perfect example of the exaggerated overacting I was talking about is Karen, who literally has one expression throughout the whole movie. This is her face the whole movie. That's it. That's her face. I can't make this up. Let's also talk about Kevin G for a sec. I rewatched a reunion special the cast of the original Mean Girls did during lockdown times, and I just want to play a clip of what I'm getting at.
And when I read that script, it was the very first time that an Indian guy that was good at math didn't talk like this and bob his head. And the fact that that permeated through the whole movie, it was ahead of its time.
It's such a touching moment of truth from that actor, and this movie did the opposite of that with this new Kevin G character, which is such a slap in the face to that passionate statement we just heard. When you see Kevin G in the new one, you'll know what I mean. Also, is Gretchen Mexican in the movie? She used the phrase, my abuelita in the movie. And I was like, wait, my white friends don't say that. That's Mexican shit. That's what my cousins call my grandma. That's Mexican. Is she Mexican? I don't really know. It's never explained beyond that, so if they were attempting to be more diverse in this movie, that was a big opportunity missed. I promise I got some good stuff to say, but just let me cook. Next item is, why is there so much cleavage in this movie? I'm a guy. I love some good cleavage just as much as the next guy. But for a second, I promise I legit thought I was watching Euphoria. Now here's some things I enjoyed. See, I told you there were some good things. Let's talk about Multiverse Regina. Because first of all, she's not my Regina. She's good in the movie though. I really enjoyed her villainous presence in this version. They really went above and beyond to make her energy felt with the music and the lighting. Good job. There were also 2 songs that were real good. It was Regina's theme and the one Katie sings at the dance. The rest of the songs sometimes felt weirdly placed and not memorable. If I'm wrong, sing me a chorus from one of the songs right now. I'll wait. Another good note, they have the principal and Miss Norbury be a couple in this movie, and I'm here for that. Also, the bit with the running mascara where even the teacher is trying to get in on the trend, that was good. This movie seems to use the original as a backdrop, not as much as an homage as a promotion says it is. I was really looking forward to a lot of the famous quotes from the original because I wanted to see how this stuck the landing, and I was more and more disappointed with every failed attempt. The original felt like its leads brought star power to the roles, and even the actors who weren't as famous got so much shine because the material was good and their deliveries matched it. Not this one. None of that happened. Listen, I get it. I'm not the new Mean Girls target audience. In my theater, I was like one of two guys. I also get it probably sounds like just some older millennial screaming about how things were better back in my day, but in some ways they were, so I'm not wrong. Honestly, I wasn't the target audience for the original Mean Girls, and I loved it. And being a millennial has nothing to do with knowing when a movie is good or bad. I get this is a different take on the movie, but like any good remake, you either have to do it just as good or admit defeat. If you're looking for laughs, this movie will make you chuckle, and I will say it starts to find and lean into its own identity closer to the end. It's also very noticeable when it's recycling material from the original, because after you hear the line, all you're left thinking about is, oh, that was way better the first time around. I think if this movie was named anything else and didn't allude to Mean Girls and was just an isolated high school musical, I probably would have enjoyed it so much more. I feel like by the end of the movie, you're going to want to come back home just to watch the original and feel everything you didn't with this one. And with that, this movie is definitely going into my burn book. What'd y'all think about it? Did you like it? Had you seen the original? Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, and if you want to relive the past with me, check out my ranking of the best lines from the original.
Well, this has been sufficiently awkward, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Let me know what your favorite moment was from this one, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And whatever time you're listening to this, whether it's morning, evening, afternoon, as always, I always appreciate you. And until the next time, I will see you. Peace.